gonna miss you, Papa, yo. And you know I speak the truth. I learned that 2 years ago. Now my lady, and I had to find a way to make you mine. Yeah. Remember in the summer, I was 20 and under. Had to take it one day at a time. I had an angel and a subject at the same time. Show you right. They crossed paths at mahogany. I tried to make it work. Remember, I said let's try. Cause life without you is not for a brother. That's why I am here trying to find my some kind of
Machucalo, machucalo, machucalo. 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 Ta cruzado, 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 ta cruzado. Ta cruzado, ta cruzado, ta cruzado, ta cruzado, ta cruzado, ta cruzado. Y dice.
Y dice. All right. Live Nadex Market Observation, Volume 92. We're in the building. Currently streaming live on 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Whatever platform you're tuning in from, be sure to like and to share the video. If you're tuning in from Twitter, be sure to retweet. When you see the post, retweet it. Make sure that you like the video. Let's get the views up if we can. We're going to do some observation of the market. For those of you who may be new, this is the Nadex platform that we are currently observing. In particular, we're looking at the Euro USD Forex market, which is the underlying market of what we're trading on this platform, which is the 5-minute binary options. I must say that binaries literally are the best instrument that you can trade as a professional trader, in my opinion, because they are the most simplistic instrument that you can trade. If you can manage to develop skill in the market, what that means is that you'll be able to trade consistently profitable, because your skill in the market will allow you to determine when the appropriate time would be to be in a trade. Too often people think that being successful when it comes to trading means developing some type of a trading strategy or buying some type of a trading strategy or a system of some type that has a high win rate. And to be honest, nothing can be further from the truth, because these strategies and systems that people like to buy into often don't work for people. Now, why is that? Why is it that these systems are, they're supposed to be 95, 97, 98% win rate systems and strategies, but people are not making money with them? Why? The reason is that whatever system or strategy or even signals, some of you subscribe to signal services, and they may say that their win rate is 90 to 95% as far as winning signals. But why is it that you're not making any money with them? I'm going to help you to understand why you can't make money with these things without the missing piece of the puzzle. Now, you can be profitable with all of those things if you have an understanding of how the markets move. Now, that's a very radical thing for me to say, because I didn't say that you can't make money with any of them. I'm saying that you can. You can take any of those strategies and systems and signals out there, and you can make money. But you're only going to be able to make money if you personally take the time to understand how the markets move. Now, why? Why am I saying that? It's because if you don't understand how markets move, what movement means, the difference between stable and unstable movement, if you don't take the time to understand these nuances of the markets are going to be the reason that you are not winning your trades. And let me not even say that, because it's really not even the market. It's your lack of understanding the movement of the market that ultimately will cause you to lose your trades. I don't care how good your system is. I don't care how good your strategy is. I don't care how accurate your signals are, because you have to realize what those things are. For example, what are signals? What is a signal service selling you? They're selling you a way for you to enter into trades. Now, the way that you enter into a trade is not the determining factor as far as whether you'll be profitable in that trade. So you being profitable when you trade binaries, as an example, is not dependent upon how you enter. It's more dependent upon why you entered. Why? The why is more important than the when. The why is more important than the how. Or, well, how did you enter the trade? Did you enter when the indicator was pointed down, and were you selling at the time? No, that has less to do with the outcome of that trade than you actually understanding market movement. It has less to do with it. What you'll find is that the reason that some trades seem to win and then others don't, and they're the same trade, has everything to do with how the movement was at the time in the market. You can have the same trade set up more than once. You can have the same trade setting up every day. If the same trade is setting up, okay, that's cool. Because I understand that that's what your strategy or your system is based on. It's based on the trade setup. But again, why is it that your outcome is not always the same? In other words, why is it that you don't always win? See, what I'm doing, when I do these live observations, what I'm doing is I'm forcing you to think about why. Because you're not being trained or conditioned to think about why. You're just being conditioned to try to figure out how to get a good system or a good signal service or a good strategy so that you can win trades. That's what you're being conditioned to do throughout the entire industry, all of you. Anyone that comes into this world of trading, whether it be binaries, whether it be regular options, futures, crypto, regardless of what it is that you're coming into this industry trading, you're being conditioned to look at it a certain way. What I do is I try to help you to see how the market actually is without you thinking about it from the perspective of trades. What you're doing is you're thinking about trades first. Oh, well, my setup is this. When this crosses this and that's aligned with this, and the 4 hour is in agreement with the 30 minute and the 15 and the 5, then you drill down to the 1 minute and you get your entry. That's how you're trying to figure out how to enter into trades. Just because, all right, let's delve into that a little bit. Let's say that you got all of your time frames in agreement, all the way up to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour all the way down to the 1 minute. They're all blue or green, let's say. So you have a signal for a buy. Based on the fact that all of your indicators are in agreement, it means that you can buy. So now you're trying to figure out how to get into a trade because you have agreement on all of the time frames. But what you don't understand and what's missing is that even if they're all in agreement, all it means is that they are all pointed in the same direction at the same time. But just because they're in the same direction simultaneously, it doesn't mean that the movement is stable. Uh-oh, here we go. See, here comes the boom. This is where it starts to get interesting because I'm going to force you to think about shit that you don't normally think about. You got all of this agreement. Oh, well, it's all pointed up. I have a buy signal. Everything's in agreement from 1 minute all the way up to the 4 hour. And in fact, it's in agreement from the 1 minute to the daily. My goodness, look at this. It's great. Right? This is your analysis. You think everything's in agreement. So now you on the 1 minute trying to get in. I'm going to wait until this moving average crosses that. And when that's in agreement with the MACD, then I'm going to pull the trigger. All right, cool. And every time that you wait for that signal to appear and you enter the trade, most of the time you're right. And then the day comes where you do that and it doesn't work. What happened? That's my question. See, because there's something missing. There's a piece missing. And the missing piece is exactly why you'll lose and not know why you lost. You'll lose trades not understanding why the hell the trade lost. Oh, man, I don't know what happened. I don't know. These signals were doing good for a while, and then they just stopped working. My system was doing great, and then the market switched up. Let me try a different pair. Now you're scrambling, trying to figure out what is the problem. But the problem is very simple. You've overlooked it the whole time, even when you were winning those trades. So while you winning trades and feeling great, right? You feeling like your system is good and you know it works well. Man, this is perfect. Yeah, this is great, man. Shit. 95% wins. But then you'll mess around and you'll lose 3 trades in a row with the same setup. And you're sitting there trying to figure out why. So let's get into that. The reason that you lost is because the market was not stable when you took the trades. It seems so simple and it seems so obvious after you hear me tell you that. You're like, wait, you're right. Because I guarantee you, if you think back and you imagine how was the market moving when you entered that trade? How did it look? When you looked at the candles, did some of those candles have wicks on them? Were they different sizes or were they all the same size? Were they big candles or were they little candles? Were they medium-sized candles? Or was there a mix of all types of sizes of candles? See, what I'm describing is all different types of behavior within your signals, within your strategy, within your system. This is the stuff that you're bypassing, that you're missing. And in fact, it's really all you need. You see, I have nothing on my chart, not one indicator ever. Literally sitting here with candles and lines that I'm putting on the chart. These vertical lines, I'm putting over there. I'm placing those on specific candles throughout my observation. And the market is telling me everything I need to know just by me looking at it. It's like, well, damn, how are you doing that? It's very simple. You just observe the market and you wait for the market to show you how it's moving. Why is that so important? Because it's the movement that will determine the outcome of your trade. Some of y'all been in trades and you entered, and it seemed like as soon as you entered, the market started moving the other way. Am I lying? As soon as you clicked in, market started, you wanting the market to go down, but you click in and the candle's turning blue. You're like, oh shit. Fuck. Right? That's how you start yelling and screaming at the screen. You start hollering at the screen. Getting mad at your computer. Damn. And this the type of shit people do, and they keep doing it. And the reason that you keep doing it is because you don't know no better yet. See, but now what happens is you run into this information, and then you hear me tell you that. And it starts to shift everything. Why? Because what I'm telling you makes sense. You know what I'm saying makes sense. As soon as you hear me say it. Let's simplify shit. Let's make this all simple. Check this out. Nadex is a crazy, powerful trading platform. Why am I saying that? You can make a deposit on this platform with $100. And literally over a series of roughly about 15 trades. 15 trades. Now, mind you, you can do that however you want to, however that ends up working itself out. Again, we're just talking about the simplicity of the platform and how you can position yourself to make some money. Within 15 trades, and this is just you simply starting with $100 and just scaling up the size of the trades to however much that you can trade with based on the amount in the account. Mind you, started with $100. So what are you risking? $100. Let me rewind that. Because I can't tell you how many times that I've done a project and people be thinking that it's a different account. And I'm like, nah, this is the same account. I started with $100. What you talking about? And the way that you know that, the proof is there because every video shows the balance. In every video, you see the balance increasing. You can go back to the video before it and see one balance, and then you see the updated balance. And if you go back to the first trade had $100 in the account, and there was a profit, and then it was $118. Next trade, it was 136, so on and so forth. So again, 15 trades, you take that $100 account to over $1,000. It'll be somewhere in the area of about $1,200 or $1,300 within 15 trades. And having that amount in your account is enough for you to earn roughly about $280 on every trade thereafter. Listen up. 15 trades can take you a month or two. For some people, it can take a couple of weeks. It all depends. Depends on how often you're trading, how many trades, you ultimately end up with. Some days for me, I might trade once. Some days I might not trade at all. Some days, like today, I might trade twice. You see my point? So, with all of that being said, the bottom line is that when you actually develop the ability to understand how the market moves, it leads to consistent trades. The trades are consistent now. What am I saying? You're winning your trade. So you have to develop that ability first. Now, what happens when you develop that ability? Now you got Nadex. Now the platform is here where you can multiply. Start with $100, grow the account, position it within roughly 15 trades or so. And I'm only using this just as one example to show you how the money increases and multiplies. as a result of your ability to be profitable. So you trying to get to the money first. The money comes after. The money comes because of your skill. This is why developing the skill is so important. And I'm showing you how to do it through observation. When you start looking at the markets the way that I'm presenting it to you, you start to see for yourself what I'm saying. I got people right now in my DMs telling me, hey, Mark, man, these observations you're doing, man, I love them. I've learned so much. I've learned more just watching a few of the observations that I've learned in 5 years trading. You know why? Because I cut through all the bullshit. You've been doing bullshit all of this time, but you didn't realize it. And I love to deal with the mindset aspect too, because a lot of folks are not patient. It's just like when I tell you to observe the market, you're like, well, how long I got to look for? What you mean, how long? However long it takes. You can't be rushing the market, trying to get the market to do something it ain't doing. And you can't be trying to force trades either, just because you feel entitled to a trade because you watched the market for a period of time. Oh, I've been watching this market for 5 hours. The market don't give a shit how long you've been watching for. It's doing what it's doing, and that's it. Sometimes your best trade is no trade. That's part of the skill set. Knowing not to do shit. Don't do nothing. Why? The market's not stable. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You're right. I know I'm right. So when you take the time to finally listen to what I'm telling you and you see for yourself that it works, your results start to change. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Nadex. So this platform is so powerful that literally within 15 trades, you position yourself to earn almost 3 times what you started with. Because you started with $100. After 15 trades, you're earning $280 on a trade. That's almost 3 times the $100 that you started with. Am I right? It's almost 3 times on each trade. So look at what you just did and understand what you have in your hand now. If you have the ability to do that, it's literally just numbers. That's all it is. Because you doing that is just putting yourself in position to earn at that level. You can add on 1 trade, leave 1 in the account, don't withdraw that one. In other words, withdraw every other trade and scale it up even more. You double it within, I think, 4 trades after that. Every 4 trades, you double the amount that you're going to make. So that means in 8 trades, you can withdraw 4 times, and the other 4 times went to build up the account more, and that means you double the amount that you're going to earn. So now the 280 becomes almost $600. You scaled up the account and withdraw. Like, you realize what I'm telling you? Listen to what I'm saying. Where else are you doing this? Where else are you doing this? Every other trade you leave in the account. Every other trade you withdraw. So break that down. Let's say over the course of a month, you average 2 trades a week. That means 1 you leave, 1 you keep. So you pull out $280 a week. Over the course of a month, that's $1,000. Plus, the following month, you double the size because you left 1 in the account. Look at what I'm doing. Blueprint. So now the following month, you're not making 280 no more. Now you're making 560. It's actually a little more than that. But I'm just saying. For purposes of my example, you're making twice as much. So now you're making 560. And if you do it again, you keep one and you withdraw one. Following month, it happens again. You double it again. This is what you have. This is what I'm saying about people when they be beating me in my head talking shit. Don't tell me about nothing else. Oh, well, I can do better with futures. Well, go back to the future and do better. Go back to the futures. Stop telling me about shit that is better. Because what I just described to you is crazy. 90 days is 3 months, right? So literally within 3 months, you go from start with $100 account to literally making over $2,000 a month. Matter of fact, more than that. Because the first month is $1,000, the second one would be $2,000, and then the third one would be $4,000. Probably closer to $5,000. So within 90 days, you go from $100 starting account balance to earning $5,000 a month. Off the same average of 2 trades a week. What are you talking about? See, this is what I mean, and people don't lay out a game plan. They don't lay out an actual plan to follow. And I'm not saying that it has to work out exactly like that, but just knowing that hey, you know what, I'm going to just plan this. I'm going to plan it out. Let's say the plan, it doesn't work out that way, and you only get 1 trade a week. Okay, cool. It takes twice as much time. So now instead of taking 90 days, it takes 180 days. So instead of 3 months, it's 6 months. Who gives a shit? So you go from $100 to $5,000 a month in 6 months, all because you chose to learn how to finally understand how the market works. Instead of hopping from system and strategy to strategy, chasing a bag. Because that's what y'all be doing. And then be in my DM talking about, oh, well, Mark, I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but, I think these guys, they scammed me out of my money. People in my DMs all the time telling me this type of shit. I'm not making it up. I think these guys scammed me out of my money. They didn't scam you out of shit. You bought their shit. It didn't work. And that's it. They didn't scam you. And the reason it didn't work at all is because you don't understand the market. That's why you can't rely on somebody else to be feeding you signals. You relying on some strategy, you don't even understand what the strategy is. And instead of doing what I'm telling you to do, just stop doing everything. Stop all of it. Open up the chart, don't put nothing on it, and just look at the candles. Just look at the market. Look how it moves. Binaries are simple. Binaries are horizontal lines on the chart. You see these blue horizontal lines going across? Those are the binaries. You see the candles? That's the market. You want to win trades? Be correct. Understand how the market either stays under or stays over the lines. Learn what it looks like when the market has a certain way of moving and it stays under or over the lines. And keep watching that and paying attention. It's called observation. See, that's what TA is. The answer to all of this shit. I need a Don DeMarco for that.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco.
Yeah, here you go. Here's your alternative. 3% raise. Mind you, what, 3% for the year? Come on, man. Come on. 3%. 3% of what, $20? 3% of 20. Matter of fact, yo, hold on. 3% of $20, is that not 60 cents? So hold up. So wait. So people were talking about, oh, I got a 3% raise. Let's say 5%. 5% of $20 is $1. So you go from 20 an hour to $21 an hour. And you excited about that. All right, let me stop. Because see, I don't want to take shots at people that have a 9-to-5. I'm not doing that. What I'm pointing out is that certain things you should be excited about, and certain things should just be like, you know what, I need to work harder because this ain't cutting it. This ain't enough. I gotta do something. And that's something, I'm telling y'all, is professional trading. Because it relies on you. But you got to be the one that takes the bull by the horn and learns. And once you learn, look at what you're able to do. I didn't say, hey, well, you know, you gotta start with $10,000 to make any money. No, you don't. Here on this platform, you can start with $100. And you take your skill and you turn that shit into whatever you want it to be, period. We're not doing that shit nowhere else. You're not doing that nowhere else. All day. All day. TA is the answer. Where you getting 3% at? I got 25 cents after 2 years at the only job that ever gave me a raise, and that was because the minimum wage increased. Sheesh. Because said nobody's giving 5%. I was doing too much, huh? Shit. Doing too much. Trading can fund your dreams. I always thought about owning a restaurant with professional trading. I can completely flop, yet keep my business open. Come on now. Come on. See, and I get excited about that type of shit. Exactly what Haitian just said. Because when you are a professional trader, and I mean a real one, I don't mean, oh, I just came in and opened up an account with blah, 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 and now I'm trading. No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about you actually put the time and the work in to study and observe the market and learn. And learn about what? Learn about how the market moves. And then you realize what is the best instrument to trade. Binaries. See, people get me upset a little bit because they'll talk shit about binary. Like, oh, binaries, they're just like gambling. You might as well go to the casino. No, for you, it's like gambling because you don't know what the hell you're doing. For you, trading stocks is like gambling. You can't even make money with stocks. Some of y'all lost money in Tesla. How you lose money? Let me not even go there. I ain't even gonna go there. I understand if you lost in GameStop. I get that. But how did you lose money in Tesla? How? And this is what I mean. Like, you clearly don't know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, you need to learn from somebody who do. And if you ain't found TA yet, you need to keep looking. Because once you come here, you ain't gonna need nothing else. I'm telling you. All the shit that I'm telling you is factual. I've been through all the shit that you go through now. I did it already. All of that shit. I know that you want to blame somebody every time that you lose. I know. But you can't. Ain't nobody tell you to take that trade. Who told you to trade? Who told you to buy that strategy? Who told you to buy those signals? Nobody. You did it because you chasing the bag. See? And then I know that you don't want to hear that, but that's what it is. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. Yeah, Tesla. How you lose money at Tesla? Oh, shit. I remember when I first discovered Nadex, nobody could tell me anything. People talk about compound interest, but don't know how to take advantage of it. Binaries are unmatched. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's hard. That's hard. Come on now. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And mad at everybody else. Oh, I bought when it was moving up and then it just started not going up no more. Okay. The objective is to buy low and then sell high. Let me tell you something real quick. Check this out. Everyone says that. Buy low, sell high, right? But people scared to death to buy low. Buy low, sell high is the basic premise of making money in any market. And people are scared to death to buy low. People be buying high and hoping to sell higher. That's not buying low. Buying low is buying low. Buying when the shit is down. All-time lows. It's all psychology in the market. When the market is down and it's at all-time lows, what's happening is the market is actually establishing a base, a floor. And it moves down and moves down and moves down. And if you bought and then it went down, you feel bad because you're like, oh, well, it went down. The whole point is for it to keep going down. That's where the opportunity is. It's just like right now with Hex. And y'all knew I was going there. Hex is moving lower now. It's going down. Pulse chain launched. Pulse chain going down. Pulse X moving lower. Hex going lower. What am I doing? I'm buying more. Oh, well, Mark, it moved lower. What should I be doing? Buying more. Are you kidding? Oh, well, what if it keeps going down? I'm buying even more. It's called wealth transfer. And what happens is eventually everybody sells out who ain't supposed to be there when the shit is up and going up to all-time highs. Them are going to be the same people that's going to be buying later. And who they going to be buying from? They're going to be buying from us. Oh, the market's down. I'm buying more. I'm buying it. I'm buying it all. It's down 97%, Mark. Oh my God, it's down 98% from the highs. My goodness. Okay. I'll be quietly over here in the corner buying more. And documenting the whole shit. Then a year from now, 2 years from now, we own shit. Prices ain't where they at now. And everybody's like, whoa, man. Damn, I wish I'd have bought 2 years ago. Exactly. See, folks be hard-headed because they'll run into information at the right time. See, there's nothing worse than this. There's nothing worse than running into information at the right time and then not doing anything. That is the worst thing that you could do. Sometimes you need to stop whatever you're doing and then redirect your focus. Because an opportunity is in front of you that can change your whole situation up. And you got that. I mean, that's all day over here. I'm talking about one platform that we use right now. Just Nadex. Just Nadex. And what I just broke down to you is crazy. And something that you can actually do. I'm not talking about a pipe dream. Oh, well, everyone can't do this. First of all, everybody got $100. Everybody can train. So if you want to learn the specifics of what I talk about and what I teach, get into the training. My training is not $1,000. The training on this platform is $35 a month. And this is what I mean about taking away the excuses. It's like, well, what excuse do you have? None. So when you see people at a certain position and doing certain things, they took certain action. And you didn't. And whose fault is that? You got to be accountable for you. You can't blame nobody else. It's your fault. So it's all on you. Sean says, even after knowing about TA, it took me almost 2 years to stop chasing the bag. Whoa. See, shit get real. Shit is real over here. Now I wait for the market to graciously give a trade, and I'm more at peace. TA is the answer. Come on now. You can't make this up. This is real. We don't buy hype, we trade knowledge. That's it, period. Yeah, they don't know what to do with Hex. They don't know. They listen. Listen, you already know. You saw the last post I put in the group. I said get 1 million pulse and 1 million pulse X each. That shit sounds insane. What? 1 million? Yep. And that ain't what I really wanted to say. I really wanted to say 10 million. But of course, I'm always going to start you off at the smaller level. Then you can just work your way up from there. But my point is buy the shit every week. Buy it every week. See, the principles are all the same. You notice how I approach trading one way and I approach investing in another way. But the principles apply to both. You always do what everyone else is not doing. Think about that. Look at how we trade. First of all, do we trade like everybody else do? No, we don't. Do we even think about trades? Nope. What are we doing? We observe the market. Why? So we can understand how it moves. Why? So we'll know when to be in a trade and why. Not how to get into a trade, not how to enter. Who gives a shit about how to enter if your trade gonna lose? Nobody cares how you entered if your trade lost. Oh, I should have, I should have waited. I think I'd entered too late. No, you entered, period. And you were wrong. And you being wrong, it's not that you were wrong about the trade. Because if that's your trade setup, then that's the way that you always trade. But you were wrong about why you should have traded. You didn't know why you were trading. You thought that you did. You in your mind, I'm trading because the signal's here. My strategy is indicating that I should enter. Okay, but your strategy is not giving account for the movement. Whoa. Mark, what do you mean? Exactly what I said. Your strategy ain't telling you why to do it. It's just saying we'll do it. This is an alignment, this is an alignment, this is an agreement. This course this, that course that, enter. You chasing the bag. We don't chase nothing. We observe, we wait. We know when the market stabilizes. Once the market is stable, trade is going to come. Trade comes, we enter the trade, log out. Come on now. Rinse, repeat, do the same shit next day. Or I might take the next day off. You know what? I don't even want to open up the chart today. I'm going to go mow the lawn. Freedom. Freedom. That's what you want. Freedom. Come on, man. And that's what this is. This is like learning a skill set that sets you free, literally. Come on now. Oh, I didn't get a trade today. I don't care about getting a trade today. I know I can log on tomorrow or the next day and not be worried about nothing. Because the market is the market, and the market is always going to be the market. And guess what? I know what I'm looking at when I look at the market. So I'll know when that trade comes for me. Yeah, we blowing up the internet with this shit. Blowing up the internet. All right, let me share my screen back. Yeah, as soon as it start getting too good, something happens to the internet. What's the chances? It's too much, man. It's too much. It is vibration. All right. So audio should be back. All right, let me come to these comments real quick. Yeah, definitely too real for the internet. For real though. For real. Stop chasing and start waiting. There you go. Yep, this is Hex all day. Grass too high, you need to cut it. Hey, listen. I think you might be right, Sean. Because it's too much of a coincidence. As soon as you start really spitting that knowledge, now the internet will want to go out right at the climax. Right at the climax. Right? We just started cooking. Now you want to cut the internet off. All right. You can't stop us though. So much value to hype nowadays. People want what's in the mainstream. Diamonds are in the cut. Rocks are everywhere. Facts. I can rewind on live. That's actually pretty funny. If you forget you said something, we'll just go back. Right. Yep, you're right about that one. Yeah, man. So, I mean, y'all know what it is, man. And I like to do these streams because fact is that you never know who's gonna run into this information. And I know that the more that you're on, like doing streams and stuff, it just gets out to more people. And I realize that, people just need to become more aware of what's really going on, not what you think is going on. Because folks out here thinking that shit is a certain way and it ain't. Put it like this. Nothing is what you think it is. And that's that's a crazy thing to say because it's like, well, what you mean? Exactly what I'm saying. Nothing is what you think that it is. Just like all right. So for example, let's use binaries as an example. People think that binaries are scary. They're dangerous. They're a scam. They're there to take your money. No, it's not. And just to prove it to you, Nadex, as an example, the acronym is North American Derivatives Exchange. Now, binaries are a derivative, meaning that it's an instrument that lays on top of a market. Well, which market? Here we're trading the Forex markets. Look, when you go over here to markets, right? When you open up this tab, look at what comes up. What does this say? In all caps, it says Forex. Forex is foreign exchange. All of these individual pairs, Euro USD, USD Japanese yen, Aussie USD, Pound USD, Euro Japan yen, Pound Japan yen, USD CAD. These are all foreign exchange markets. Now there's binaries available on every one of these. You can pick any one of these markets and it's going to open up a chart like this, and you'll see the horizontal lines going across. Those represent the binary prices, the prices of the options. And you can trade them. Now, the options or the lines are where they are at the time because of where the market is at the time. Right now, we're looking at the Euro USD. If you pull up a chart outside of Nadex and look at the price of the Euro USD, it's going to be around this price right here, 1.06998. Go look at a chart on Trader's Way or Daily FX or any of those other charting platforms, and you'll see the price of the euro right around this. So these lines that are plotted here are based on the position of the market now. So because of where the Euro USD is right now is why you have these lines where they are right now. So literally, no one controls the Euro USD. Nadex doesn't control the movement of this market. Nobody controls the movement of the market. The market moves. It's based on supply and demand of the actual euro versus the US dollar. So that movement, nobody controls it. So when you trade the binary, you need to be trading the binary based on understanding what? The movement. The movement of what? The movement of the euro. The euro, this is the market that the binary is on top of. The binary is a derivative. It's on top of the euro. It's the instrument that you're trading on top of the Euro USD. That ain't got nothing to do with Nadex. The only thing Nadex is doing is actually providing the binary for you to trade on the platform. So now you can trade against the opinion of someone else. Somebody else might be looking at the euro saying, all right, I think the euro is going to go lower from here. Over the next minute and 40 some seconds, I think it's going lower. I'm going to sell. And they come here, they click the binary and they sell into this binary right now. And then you can be looking and you say, you know what? Nah, I don't think it's going down at all. I think it's going to stay because I've been observing this market movement and I see that this market is stable. And I also see that this market is ranging. And you have actual thought process and study and observation built into your decision making. And then you click into that trade and you say, nah, I believe that this is going to stay above this line. And you buy. And then what does the market do? The market ends up staying above the line. And you collect that profit and you win that trade. That's what happens. That's the difference. That's what we do on Nadex. And nobody can take your ability to do that shit either. That's you doing that. That's you observing the market. That's you studying the euro. You watching. You paying attention. You developing your confidence and your patience and your discipline. Trading with full confidence. Your observation did that. Nobody can take that from you. That's hard. That's hard right there. Yeah. That's my cue right there. That's my cue. What up, Mo? Mo said, I thought working on a job that pays $1,000 a week would make me happy. Feel like a slave and I have no free time. I've been there, brother. I've been there. I'm going to tell you something, too, about when you work on the job. One thing that helped me when I was in the workforce. When I used to work at my job, I used to be observing the market at work. You know, not to the point where I'm like distracted and I'm not doing my job. I'm just saying my lunch break or anytime I had free time throughout the day, I was on the side working on what was going to become my career. And that gave me joy and it made me happy because it made me feel good knowing that, you know what, I'm at the job right now, but listen, one of these days, I'm going to be kissing this job goodbye. Because what's going to happen is my skill is going to outpace and outperform what I'm doing at the job. It's an inevitability. It's inevitable. Listen, there's no way that you're going to be training and doing all of the stuff that I'm teaching you how to do and you tuning in and you tapping in and you plugging in the TA. It's no way you're going to be able to do that and it don't work. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. It's going to happen. And I'm telling you, that's what used to make me, I used to feel good to go to work because I knew that I was watching the markets while I was going to be at work. Yo, I used to feel great. I used to be looking at all my coworkers like, yo, this all y'all got, huh? Man, I'm glad I ain't y'all. You know, I used to be thinking like that. Damn, like, man, y'all ain't got nothing else. Like, this all y'all got. All right, it's all good. Everybody making money, all that, it's cool. I'm like, but this ain't all I got, brother. This ain't all I got going on. And what's so crazy is that they used to always be asking me, hey, man, what you doing on that laptop? I always see you on that laptop. I'm minding my business. That's what I'm doing, literally. I'm over here literally minding my business. Yeah, man. Haitian people think Forex is a scam because the only time that they've ever heard of it is through a scam. Right. And that's why I push out the content that I do, because I'm trying my best to help offset, you know, that narrative that's out there. He said, I'm just like, y'all kidding, this is the biggest market in the world. Yep. Sure is. Yeah, man, I had a lot of jobs, man. It's just that I left the workforce at a very young age. I think I was I 26? I always do this. Whatever year 2006 was, however old I was. So 2006 minus 78. I was 28, excuse me. So yeah, I was 28. I was still young. Oh, excuse me. I was still young, and I left the job making $85,000 a year to trade Forex full time, which was insane. It's like, who does that? Well, I did it. Crazy. But understand that I did it after I was already in position. By the time I did that, I was making more money from trading Forex than I was making at the job. And I mean twice as much. Did you hear what I said? I said I was making what? Twice as much. So I didn't just do it like, oh, I fuck this job and no. It was a plan. It was well thought out and it was well executed. And when the time came, I left. And they paid me to leave. Uh-oh, I ain't mentioned that part, huh? You're gonna pay me to leave too. Oh man. Man, oh man. Yes, unspeakable joy. Haitian, how do you learn to be happy where you're at when you're not where you want to be? Let me see, because I don't know what to do with myself if I'm not working or training. I think that it's really it's a mental thing, because all right, so it's just like if you know that you're trading, or I should say, that you're training to become a professional trader. Because those of you that are in the TA ecosystem, y'all are where you need to be. You already here. So it's only a matter of time for y'all. I'm mainly kind of thinking more from the perspective of somebody that just came into TA. But, if you're here already, it's kind of easy to do, because you know that every day you train and you're building towards the person that you're becoming. It's like you're becoming more and more, or closer and closer to the person that you're going to be. And that right there is exciting within itself. That's mad. That shit should make you feel great. It's kind of like one of the things that I used to look forward to when I got off of work was going home. And I would just go home, chill, watch a movie, something like that. Open up my laptop, open up the charts. So it's like creating balance. I knew that when I was opening up the charts, I was training. Because you got to remember, at that time, the Forex markets, I think on the platform that I was trading, I think that they would close on the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I think Forex had closed on the weekend. They did, because it was the same hours as the stock market. So they used to close at 4 on Friday, and then they didn't reopen until 8 o'clock or something on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But this was early Forex for me. So this was like when FXCM was around, FXDD, Alpari, like those platforms were around at the time. Gain Capital. What was it called at the time? Forex.com. Yeah, that was Gain Capital. So like these platforms were around at that time. And when the platform was not up, I would just be doing other stuff, like regular stuff, going out, go to dinner, just do something, just do something else, and then I would be excited to come back home, open up the laptop, and train. So the training is something that I always had, even when the market wasn't open. Even when the market was open, after I got my trades in, I would be training afterwards. So it's really the training that makes me happy, and that gives me like that joy and that feeling, like, yo, this right here, man. Let me get to it. Let me train. And just doing that and going through the process of doing that all the time and always having that to do no matter what was going on, that's what kept me motivated and really just made me happy all the time. That's what my life was. And it's been like that ever since. And this was how long ago was that? Was this 2023? Yeah, so I mean, you might as well say just Forex alone for me was 20 years. Because I think that when I actually opened my account, it was like 2003 or 4. When I left my job, it was 2006. So it only took me 2 years of trading Forex to actually leave my job. You know, and before that, I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So I used to trade stock options, index options. I had traded futures. You know, I did a bunch of shit before that. But when I found Forex, that was it for me. That was my final destination at that time. So it was crazy, man. It was a very interesting journey for me. But I'm telling y'all what made me happy. And it was just knowing I could come home and just train. I mean, and like now, it's different now because all these devices, like you got tablets, phones, you got all type of shit today that you can use. You know, at that time I had to go home because I had to be on the computer. I don't even think at that time, yeah, because like 2003, 2004, I might have just started getting like laptops. I think I just started buying laptops at that time. That's when remember Dell laptops? That's when Dell was popular. Because I had like 3 or 4 of those. And them shits was heavy. So I used to, you know, be on the laptop, or I would go home and go to the desktop or whatever and be on my computer. And I thought I was really doing it too because I had like 2 or 3 screens. I know some of y'all probably still do that. I know Jay Carly does that still. I used to have 3 screens up. I had 3 monitors. So I had the laptop screen and then 2 additional monitors, one on the left and one on the right. And it was all connected. So it was like one big, like all 3 monitors was one big screen. Crazy. Crazy. Y'all got me going back in time all crazy, man. Yep. But yeah, man, so, you know, like that's what has always made me happy. So that's really what should give you joy, man. Like every day. And then the fact that you can train all the time, like anytime. Like sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and just turn on whatever the last live stream is that I did. Like you see how I'm doing this now? Like I'll go to bed, and while I'm in the bed, I'll get my headphones and turn this on and just watch this back. You know, so shit like that. Stuff like that, man. So this shit is exciting. Yep, it really is. Yeah, there you go. Mind your business. That's it. I'm over here minding mine. Mind yours. Get out of here. Uh-huh. Well, at the time, she wasn't my wife yet. At the time, she was just my girlfriend, and she still was looking at me crazy, like, huh? What? You sure? You know, all of that shit. I was like, yes, I'm sure. Don't worry, you be all right. I was like, if you try, in my mind, I'm like, if you're trying to use me, then this right here will be the deal breaker. But she stuck it out. She stuck around until she became Mrs. Fuller. Yep. Yeah, it does. Yep. Screens have screens. Yeah, it was insane. It was crazy. All right, man. So if any of you who might be new, if you have any questions, you know, you can feel free to post a question or whatever underneath the video, in the comments. Even if you watch the replay of this, you'll be able to post a question that you might have. But I'm hoping that this content has been educational and informational for you. I mean, I know that it has, but I just hope that you get value from it. And, you know, I mean, listen, this profession of trading, this is the best thing, period, that you could do. I don't care what nobody say. And just because people got this preconceived notion about binaries, you know, thinking that it's bad and it's a scam and it's this and that and you can, you know, lose all your money. Just because people think that way, it don't make it true. As a matter of fact, it ain't true. And see, that's what will happen to people. People out here missing out on their blessing because they're not open-minded enough to actually watch something for themselves. It's like before you just take someone else's opinion of what something is, find out for yourself. And don't just go into it willy-nilly either. Like, don't come into this environment open an account and put some money in there and start trading and bullshitting, not knowing what you're doing. Take the time to get some real education about what it is. That's what you're going to get here. You're going to get the real here. Things are being broken down here like nowhere else. You're not going to find this type of information nowhere else that breaks things down the way that it's being broken down here. Talking about market movement and behavior and then applying that on the binary. Like, come on, nobody's talking about this. Nobody's breaking it down like this. Nobody's telling you can start your account with $100 and scale it up instead of depositing $5,000. Nobody's telling you that. People telling you to start with big accounts. Oh, well, it doesn't make sense to get involved if you're not going to start with at least 10,000. Well, maybe for you, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Maybe for you. You the one out there going to get a loan to open up an account. You don't need no loan. $100. $100 and you can get going. And what it is you $100 and getting the skill set. That's what it's about. And that's where training comes in. So we got the training, we got the free information, we got all the information that you need. It's right here. It's all on the YouTube channel or Twitter or wherever you find this at. Instagram, Facebook, it's everywhere. Just look around. TeamAlliance. That was hard. Yeah, and this part I definitely understand, and this is why like the TA family around, you know what I'm saying? Like people that are in the group and just around TA, we talk to each other all the time, cause that's true. When I'm outside, I don't talk to nobody about nothing, cause people don't they can't even relate to what I know. Like somebody would need to sit down and actually take a class and watch one of these videos to even have a basic understanding of what it is that I be talking about. I can't talk to them about nothing. Nope. You know, we in our mind, we think about moving whole and thinking about stability and all of this stuff that we know. We thinking about in the box, right? Third candle. This is where our mind is all the time. That conversation is really just for us. Nobody else can understand or relate to what we're talking about. People don't even know that binaries are a thing that's real, that you actually can make a profession out of. People don't even know that much. They think binaries are gambling. Oh, I've heard about those binaries. They're just, they're risky, aren't they? No, risk is basically you not knowing shit. That's risk. Your lack of knowledge is risk. Huh? Your lack of skill, that's risk. How is something going to be risky when there's a bunch of people making a lot of money with it? Obviously, it's not that risky, is it? The difference is that the people making money know something that you don't. Sound like you need to elevate your game, don't it? You need to find something out, because if somebody's doing it successfully, that means it can work for you too. But you need to find out what they know. And most of the time, they're not willing to share what they know. But guess who does share? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, live and direct. Too real sometimes, I know. He's doing great, man. Doing great. He can't talk to people either, really, because then they be like, oh, you got money? He only I think he about to turn 16. Yeah, he's turning 16, so the girls is all on him now. They like, oh snap. Hold up, wait. You got Cash App? He'd be like, listen, get out of my business. Get out of my business. Oh my goodness. He's like a little version of me. So just imagine that. He in high school acting like me. Crazy. Talking like me too. It's crazy. Yeah, they don't know what to do with him right now. They like, all right. I don't even know what he's talking about. Nope. And you ain't gonna know either. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. So, man, this has been awesome. So this is live Nadex Market Observation Volume 92. Low pimp with pips. All right, y'all, I'm out. You know what it is. Mark for the TeamAlliance. I'll see y'all on the next one. Love, peace, and soul.
Dom DeMarco, Dom DeMarco,
Hold up. Only rapper to rewrite history without a pen. No ID on the track, let the story begin. This is anti-auto-tune, death for the ringtone. This ain't for iTunes, this ain't for sing-alongs. This is Sinatra at the opera, bring a blonde. Preferably with a fat ass who can sing a song. Wrong, this ain't politically correct. This might offend my political connects. My raps don't have melodies. It should make jackers want go and commit felonies.